Judgement. Final Welcome. Breaking news here, man. This is the first ever breaking verdict here on the Final Judgment. You know, everything is based upon courtrooms because I am Judge Jigsaw, right? That's the way we roll. Tony Jigsaw Cutillo. Usually, listen, Monday and Thursday nights, this isn't even a normal show. This is breaking news. The Philadelphia Eagles, again, King Howie Roseman, again, comes through in the clutch, man. He's becoming, listen, Bryce Harper's clutch for the Phillies, but Howie Roseman has been clutch for the Philadelphia Eagles, getting Eagles defensive end from the Bears, Robert Quinn. Listen, I don't think anybody really realizes how big this move really is, right? This is a titanic move, okay? I'm not playing it down. This is a titanic move. You are acquiring a guy who just had 18 and a half sacks last year. 18 and a half sacks. He's not a guy coming off an ACL injury. This isn't a guy coming off no, this is just a guy who's 32 years old. He only has one sack this year, but a guy who's a tremendous leader. This is the captain. The captain for the Chicago Bears that you just got. Okay, Roquan Smith crying over this because he knows what kind of a leader this is that comes to an unbeaten Philadelphia Eagles team who still, listen, here's the thing. This is what is so goddamn crazy about this. The Eagles still have the fourth ranked defense in the entire National Football League, okay, in yards allowed. And now they add in Robert Quinn. No disrespect to Derek Barnett, but bro, okay, like I'm good. Sorry, Derek, it sucks, right? You're out and you're not coming back. I would take Robert Quinn over Derek Barnett any day of the week. Let's fit any day of the week. That's who we go with. Okay, Adam, my man, Jigsaw. Yeah, the Jigsaw Master. He's here. Howie for president. Absolutely. Jimmy, my man Jimmy Checker says, and all the picks they have next year, it's ridiculous. They give up a fourth round pick. And I'm telling you right now, get ready. Just get ready for the Kareem Hunt announcement. Kareem Hunt will be the next Philadelphia Eagle. I'm telling you right now, this is Howie season. This is where Howie lives and just deciphers and he's behind that wheel, just waiting and praying on these teams that stink, these teams that want to get rid of players. Just Howie Rose picks up the phone, just throws them a pick that he knows he's going to give it. Here's the funny thing. I actually saw a couple people, and honestly, if you're that person out there, and I freaking forgot, man. This is the Final Judgment. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. Listen, if you're on Facebook and you're commenting, yes, absolutely. I appreciate it. Get involved. But do me a favor. Okay, when you get time, go on to YouTube. Okay, go to the Final Judgment page. Hit the subscription button and hit the like button. It will help out tremendously. We are building a tremendous audience here for this show. I love every minute of it. I think we're at 1.32 when it comes to subscribers. We got a ton of people checking in, which is great. So do that. for me would be fantastic. But here's the best part. Let's look at this, okay? And we all talked about it. We knew that how he was looking. Listen, I love Burns. I get it. Fantastic young edge rusher from the Carolina Panthers, but I'm not giving up that price. I love Christian McCaffrey. I'm not giving up that price because we don't need to give up that price. Okay, these are the kind of guys that win Super Bowls. These are the kind of guys that win championships. Listen, I get it. I'm going to say this name, and you're going to tell me I'm crazy, and I know he's not at that level. Yeah, this is a Von Miller kind of move for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, you can say what you want. I noticed Robert Quinn isn't Von Miller. Okay, but this is a Von Miller type move. He solidifies that defensive front. Okay, and you're still getting contributions from a guy in Brandon Graham who's found another level after an ACL injury or after Achilles injury, another level, which is unheard of. Josh Sweat, who hasn't even come into his own yet. And now you have, lo and behold, you have that rotation. You have the rotation that you want. And I'm telling you, man, he is going to make plays like Von Miller does. I'm telling you that this is what Robert Quinn does. Okay. Again, I can't say enough. 1 year removed from 18 and a half sacks. It wasn't he was on steroids. He wasn't taking no special cream. He didn't have a big head. He wasn't all swole up. No, this dude was just playing in an environment that he couldn't stand. This is what happens. You're in Chicago and you're out there with a new coach and they're still learning how to play. Robert Quinn wants to win a ring. He wants a championship. This is what he wants right now at 32 years old. Just like Von Miller was ring chasing for the past couple of years. This is what he wanted. Okay, it's the same thing a guy like OBJ wanted last year. That's what he did. It's the same thing that Von Miller wanted, right? That's what these guys want. They want to go to a championship caliber team. And you're seeing it now. The Eagles have a chance. And that fourth round pick, guess what? They're going to get that back next year because he's not trading. He's not picking all those first rounders. He's definitely traded back. He's going to trade back. He's going to get multiple compensation, and he's going to get this team. He's going to get this pick back even tenfold, man. Howie, I'm telling you, I said this before about Reese Hoskins the other night. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I take back every bad thing I talked about Howie Roseman. Okay, I will say this about Howie though. Okay, you have to admit that Howie did have to go get have his baby in the corner. Jennifer Grey moment for Dirty Dancing. You had to have that. Okay, when Chip came in and threw Howie in the corner and said, you just sit there in the corner and you be the bean counter, right? You just do that. You just sit over there. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want no opinions. I don't want nothing. I think Howie was like, okay, all right, Chip, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go sit back in this room and I'm going to do nothing. And then he came back after he knew that Chip would fail as a GM and as a talent evaluator. He knew he would fail with the whole package. And he came back in and boom. What does he do? He electrifies, just like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock does. He electrifies us all, and he continues to make these moves. Rich says, me too, I wanted Howie going, but the last 2-3 years have been spot on. Rich, you know, we both wanted him going. Fire Howie Roseman. The chants heard around the world, fire Howie Roseman. We all wanted it, man. Chip sent Howie to the broom closet. I'm telling you, man, it's like Jennifer Grey, man. Nobody puts baby in the corner. That was Howie's moment. Howie came up and was like, yeah, God damn it, nobody puts baby in the corner. That's what he said. Nobody puts baby in the corner. He came out flexing. Howie came out flexing. Okay, so again, breaking news. Eagles make a trade with the Chicago Bears veteran Pro Bowl defensive end Robert Quinn. Okay, they sent in a fourth round pick. And let's say the Chicago Bears picking up 80 to 85% of his salary. Another Howie move. And Howie's not even paying for it. Like Howie's going to pay $4 to $5 million for a guy who let's say this. Over and under right now. Let me ask you guys something. He had 18 and a half sacks last year. Only has 1 sack halfway through the season right now. Well, what's your sack total over and under for Robert Quinn for the rest of the year on this team? I'm going to say 7. I'm going to say 7.5. I think he can get you 8 to 10 sacks. I really do. I think he can get you 8 to 10 sacks. Man, listen, let's remember this. We have the most dominant, I'm going to say the most dominant lockdown secondary in all football right now, okay, that can go one-on-one, that can go bump coverage, right? That can go lockdown coverage. And again, what's going to happen? More time, okay? More time for the defensive end in Robert Quinn to be sitting there and say, you know what? I can maneuver around. I can use a couple stunt moves, and I can evade to get to the quarterback. And what's going to happen? Boom, another sack. My man Larry checking in says 8. I'm with you, Larry. I'm telling you, over and under's got to be 7.5. Okay, and I'm 8 to 10. I think he can get double digits on this team. Okay, he can definitely get double digits. Rich says, I think 8 to 10 sacks is reasonable. It's a steal for a fourth round pick. And they're picking up 85% of the salary. You can't beat that deal. What's going to happen? Nothing. Right? That's the thing. Nothing going to happen. This is a brilliant move for a team that has right now Super Bowl aspirations. Remember, we talk about the landscape changing. You come into a year, and everybody says they come into a year expecting to win, right? That's their goal. Everybody's goal. Nobody comes in a year and says, we want to win 3 games, right? I mean, Jesus Christ, these people are out of their mind. No, you come in and you say, we're going to compete for a Super Bowl. Maybe in the back of your head, you say, maybe we're not ready yet. But you come into the league every single year saying that you want to compete for a championship. And I'm telling you right now, when you start throwing off these wins, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, you 5, 6, you start getting, you're like, okay, something's going on. We're looking at the landscape. Tom Brady looks like he'd still rather be, sitting at home, and he'd probably still be married instead of being divorced, but he came back to football. I don't know why, right? So again, the path is there for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they know this. They know the path is there, and they're going to take advantage of it. My man Larry checking it says running back and safety depth will be great. Larry, I don't know if you missed it in the opening, but I'm telling you, I agree. I wholeheartedly think that the next breaking verdict is going to be it. King Howie gets Eagles running back Kareem Hunt from the Cleveland Browns for a 4th round pick. Okay, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Howie is going to make the move. They are all in. Rich says this year is so wide open in the parity in the league, and especially in the NFC. The Eagles have a great chance to get to the Super Bowl, and that one game, anything can happen against the AFC. Yeah, Kansas City and Buffalo especially are really good, but they can be beat on any given Sunday. That's the thing. Any given Sunday, right? Any given Sunday. That's what we talk about all the time. You just never know. You got to get to the dance, man. You got to get to the dance. You just got to get in there, and they're going to do everything and anything they can to make sure that they get to this dance. Larry says, yeah, Larry just signed it. Kareem Hunt. I'm telling you, Kareem Hunt will be an Eagle. I definitely think he's going to go and get Kareem Hunt, solidify the backfield, Rich says. Running backs added Kareem Hunt, just a mega bonus for the situation. And that's what it is. Think about what he's doing. He's building these depth pieces. This is what happened in 2017. We didn't realize we had that depth, but the guys start to step up, man. Like, again, you got a 2-headed running attack. You give me Miles Sanders, okay, who's running with reckless abandon right now, who's showing that he's healthy and can hold the rock, and then you add a guy in like a Kareem Hunt to the fray, and that's if they get him, but I really feel like they are. And now you just solidified your defensive line. You get, again, an ex-Pro Bowler. 18.5 sacks, 1 year removed. Man, I mean, you just go on and just watch Roquan Smith break down. They got on Fox News, they have the coverage right now. Reporter Sean Hammond out there has, beat reporter for the Bears sitting there showing Roquan Smith just breaking down. Talking about, I have a great deal of respect for the guy. Damn crazy, really tough moment to witness, he says. This is the guy who had the captain on the sleeve. He had the C on the sleeve. And now he comes with an Eagles team who has the league's best turnover differential at plus 12. Hauling in 9 and 5, 9 picks, 5 fumble recoveries. This is just going to be more strip sacks. This is going to be more pressure on opposing offenses. Oh, my God. Pittsburgh Steelers, look out this weekend. Again, it's not like the guy's going to learn this huge playbook, right? He's a veteran. He's damn sure going to get in this weekend. Okay, he's damn sure going to get in this weekend. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler. 3-time. Okay, here's what I will tell you. He does only have 1 sack this year, like I mentioned earlier, from 7 games. But here's the most important thing. His 8 tackles and 3 quarterback hits. 2 of them were for a loss, which means he's still getting to the quarterback. Still getting to the quarterback. And again, when you're on a team that doesn't really have anybody else to worry about, guess what? You're going to get chip blocked. You're going to get double teamed. You're going to get schemed against. Now, all of a sudden, you come with defense who has this behemoth in the middle named Jordan Davis, who's just starting to come into his own. Okay, you have Brandon Graham that you have to scheme for because still at his age at 32 plus years old, 33, whatever the hell BG is, the most happiest and most down-to-earth person I've ever met and witnessed before in my life, is going to continue to get to the quarterback. Josh Sweat, who, man, if those knees can just hold up, he's got that Giannis wingspan, man. He just continues to break through the mold. Okay, Fletcher Cox, if he could just listen, I don't need the gun shooting, Fletch. I need you to go back to long Cox, man. I need you to be that guy. That's what we need Fletcher to be. But he still can be Javon Hart. I mean, these guys can still continue to get it done, man. And now you add this veteran presence. I just can't say enough about it. He said, Rich says, Robert Quinn is doing backflips all the way to Philadelphia to get off that putrid Bears team and get to an Eagles team that's a huge chance to make a deep run and get to the Super Bowl. This is what happens, man. This is what happens. And Adam, listen, I'm so excited. You're right. I never even talked about Hassan Reddick. Okay, I didn't even give Hassan Reddick his due, who's finally coming to his own to give him more sacks and more pressure on the quarterback. Man, you're going to get bullets from each end, man. This is such a tremendous move. I am ecstatic. Rich says 2017, the mentality was somebody got hurt, the next man stands up and does his job. And this is what will happen with this Eagles team because of the depth they will have going forward for the regular season, into the playoffs, and to the Super Bowl. 100%, man. That it was always next man up, right? You always heard next man up. But now they just got to play up, man. They don't even need to be next man up. They just got to play the role. And that's the other thing. Robert Quinn's not coming in here to be an 85, 90% snap guy. He's coming in to play a role, a rotational piece. And again, I mentioned Von Miller in the beginning. That's what extended Von Miller's career, a rotational piece. Come in there and be that KGB. Remember, Jabir Biomula or whatever. Dude, I'm dead serious, man. But remember KGB? Seriously, somebody pronounce that name for me, man. No disrespect to him, but I just can't pronounce it. It gets me tongue-tied. But KGB was that rotational guy from the Green Bay Packers that came in and just honestly Julius Peppers, late stages of his career, rotational pass rusher. I mean, you talk about these guys that come in, you see Frank Clark. We can't say that's another guy, rotational pass rusher, right? This is what helps win football games. Larry says Eagles will drag young defensive line draft with the Saints pick. And that's the thing. How we look at the Saints pick? It's ridiculous. He's absolutely going to pick a defensive lineman. 100%. I mean, you talk about you win this game within the trenches. That's what you do. You win it within the trenches. And right now, we have an elite offensive line and a defensive line that's just still being formed, that's still evading the quarterback. Rich says that's exactly it. He doesn't have to do 85, 90% snaps right now. Now they're going to have a rotation with situational guys coming in fresh at all. And the defensive line should be able to get tons of pressure without having guys playing a whole bunch of snaps and getting tired out. That just adds more to Reddick and Quinn and Graham and Davis and Sweat. All these guys way fresher because of the situation. Now it's people coming in and out instead of playing all these snaps. It is huge. Like I said, Philadelphia Eagles, breaking verdict. King Howie gets defensive end. Robert Quinn for the Eagles from the Bears, 4th round pick. 85% of his base pay getting paid from the Bears. You have a guy who's 1 year removed from 18 and a half sacks. Okay, he's a 3-time Pro Bowler. He's a captain. And let's end on this because no reason to go a half hour on this. You know the deal. I want to get my thoughts out there. I want to get you guys checking in. But let's remember this. Again, leadership, intangibles. We talked about that with Jalen Hurts. They like strong locker room presence. They like the strong locker room guys, the strong leaders, these guys that breathe maturity, the intangibles. And what do intangibles do? Intangibles win championships. Again, Unbelievable move for the Philadelphia Eagles. Make sure you're subscribed to the Final Judgment. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. Anybody checking in on Facebook, again, anybody checking in on Facebook, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, go to the Final Judgment, click on that subscribe, click on that like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. That's where all there is ton. Listen, you don't even see half the content. If you're checking on Facebook, let me tell you, there is a ton of content on the YouTube page. The interviews I do, the short segments we talk about. I want you guys to get involved, engage. I will be there. Rich knows. I will comment away. I will answer questions. I love every minute of it, man. Larry checking in says, and the Phillies just landed safely in Houston. The Phillies just landed safely in Houston. And with that, make sure, go Birds, keep getting better. Absolutely. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night for the all-new episode of the actual Final Judgment, not the breaking verdict, but the Final Judgment. We will break down the Eagles game. We will talk about the prelude to the World Series for Friday night's Game 1. We'll talk about Aaron Nola. Going to talk about Aaron Nola starting out. I want to get everybody's opinions on that as well. Rich says it doesn't matter what time of day or night or you comment, Tony will always get back to you and give you his opinion and facts about whatever question or opinion you may have with that question. He doesn't leave you hanging. My man, Rich, love you to death, bro. Seriously, unbelievable. That's what I do. Rich knows. Everybody else knows. Larry, you know now. Adam knows now. Everybody checking in. As always, like I say, stay safe, stay healthy. Some people have thoughts. Some people have takes. But on this show, you get the Final Judgment and defensive end, Robert Quinn.